In between the loss and rebuilding after the recent floods, there are still questions about what public safety warnings should look like going forward. On this first day of the state's special legislative session, there was talk about a bill that would give local governments more help with emergency communication systems. Our Jayla Washington reports.
We sent out invitations to flood-impacted families. Unfortunately, nobody's going to be with us today because there's a lot of funerals happening this week.
A chilling reality after Texas's July floods claimed the lives of at least 135 people. Now,
if everyone will just stand with me in silence for a minute, we're going to start with that. Thank you.
This moment of silence. At the Capitol on the first day of the legislative session, advocates push for legislation they feel could make a difference in future disasters.
If your only warning system is a cell phone alert, what happens to those who don't have one? Or those who live in areas where the signal is weak or non-existent?
House Bill 13 passed the House but not the Senate in the regular session. It would create a council to run a grant program and help local governments statewide with emergency communications equipment, and would also require the council to implement communication technology into the state's communications network.
A lot of Texans don't understand why we're not using a piece of legislation that's already written that would literally prevent the kind of tragedy.
It's going to be something that will be looked at. The reality also is this, and that is what's needed in that river basin at that location could be far different than was needed in some other river basin across the state.
And as neighbors rebuild, a continued call for more action.
We have to get in there with our hands.
Jayla Washington, KXAN News.
And under House Bill 13, any local government would be eligible to be a part of the grant program to help with emergency communications. They would just need to submit a proposal to that newly created council. The money would only be allowed to be used for buying emergency equipment like radios and spare parts, as well as building radio towers, also adapting, maintaining, and upgrading equipment, and also first responder equipment training.